All right, GCMMA boys coming to you this week with our UFC Mexico Kavanagh versus Moreno breakdown. Guys, holy shit, it was last week a rough week. I mean, I don't know, I don't remember the tallies for what we did get right or get wrong, but you just know a card is rogue when Michel Pereiro is winning, Spivak is winning, fucking Danny Gay's getting knocked out, Jeff Neal's getting knocked out, and Sean Strickland gets a KO win all on the same card. What do you want us to say?
Yeah, boys, we would have gotten wiped on that card, but we saw the early signs of a road card in the beginning when that Yardiel Duvall minus 400 loss.
Minus 425.
Got destroyed by Jordan Levitt. And then we tried to get back with Phil Rowe, and that just got fucked. So we were like, let's lay off the rest of the card. And thank God we did, because we probably would have been broke recording this video.
After Jeff Neal.
Yeah, oh my God.
Come on, we could just get it all back.
That would have pissed both of us off. Some shit might have been broke. We might have broke some shit if we saw that.
We may have to sell the channel.
For a couple fucking dollars.
But we're hoping to do much better, guys. I mean, this card coming up doesn't have great name value, but of course, if you're a fan of the UFC, you're always going to tune into the fight nights like this.
Yeah, and I feel like the Mexico cards are always pretty fun, but...
Especially when they're not headlined by Alexa Grasso. For fuck's sake.
Jesus. But, first fight on the card, boys, we got West Party Time Shultz versus Damian Pinas, the Baba Yaga. I'm going to take a shot at Wes Schultz here. I mean, I've seen him. I saw him on the Contender Series. I saw he was in a Contender Series fight against Mansour Abdul-Ali. He got his ass kicked, but he showed some toughness there, and he's a good grappler. This Damian Pinas guy, I really don't know too much about him, but he has KO power. He has a lot of knockouts. But the thing with these guys is they come into the UFC with knockout power, but they're really lacking in other areas like grappling and whatnot. Cardio. And this being a Mexico card, I feel like Wes Schultz is going to have the cardio advantage. He's a dog, so I'm going to take a shot at him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Pinas. Like, I think that Wes Schultz, it's worth taking a shot at him. I mean, I don't have the most comprehensive breakdown for this one because, like I said, I've never even heard of the other guy. The odds have been moving in that guy's favor. He's been growing as a slightly bigger favorite. So, at the same time, Wes Schultz could get knocked out, but I mean, I just personally wouldn't bet on this at all. There's really no reason to. You've got a guy who could get knocked out versus a guy who's a bigger favorite than maybe he should be. So probably just lay off. But for pick's sake, I'll just take the favorite, to be honest. Nothing complicated.
Moving on, boys. We got Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. We really don't need to go too much into this pick. People are going to type, you always take the chalk. He's minus fucking 900. What do you want us to say? Oh, Eric Silva, like he has a chance.
Who the hell even is that?
He got knocked out by Muhammad Naimov 2 years ago. Well, not leg injury 2 years ago, and then submitted by T.J. Brown 3 years ago.
Give me Francis Marshall, bro. I might lay the chalk.
Holy shit! Francis Marshall isn't bad. I feel like
he got robbed
by Marion Santos. He got robbed. But thank God he did, because I'm pretty sure I laid Martin Santos in that fight.
Did.
Thank God he did, but he should have won that fight. I'm not gonna lie. He
beat Zukia.
Split decision.
Yeah, I mean
he's not bad.
Yeah, he has some UFC experience, but you can't say it's like the highest level, but definitely better and more active than this guy over the last few years. So I don't know if Francis Marshall's a big finisher. I really only saw him get a finish against that Marcelo Rojo guy when we went to the Orlando card. That was pretty much it, yeah. So, yeah, just take Francis Marshall. Maybe put him in a parlay or he's juiced.
I doubt that even does shit to your parlay. It might lower the odds. But moving on, we got Douglas Silva d'Andrade versus Javier Reyes.
I'm gonna go with Douglas Silva d'Andrade.
Yeah, his experience. Even though like, this motherfucker is 40 years old, but he still looked good in his last fight, even though he lost the decision to Miles Johns. I never thought Miles Johns was one of the best fighters, obviously, but he doesn't suck. He definitely has skills.
Yeah, he's pretty middle of the pack in terms of his. Yeah.
Yeah, and Douglas Silva, he hung in there despite his age. He looked decent. Javier Reyes, I didn't see that Contender Series fight, but I don't know if you saw that one.
The guy's name doesn't ring a bell. Maybe whenever I see him, I'll remember him.
He knocked out Justice Torres. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm just gonna pick the guy who's a dog and has more experience in the UFC.
Line's been moving in Silva's favor anyhow, so it seems like he's getting a little more respect. And like I said, for the experience and that, I'll probably just take a shot with him. I might sprinkle it, but so far I haven't really found a bet yet on this card.
Maybe a D Silva and Wes Schultz parlay with a bonus bet.
And maybe add Francis Marshall.
Fuck. Alright, moving on, boys. We got Christian Quinones versus Kris Moutinho.
They just keep bringing this guy back every time.
This guy's a zombie, bro.
Every time they need someone's ass to get kicked, they bring this Kris Moutinho's number.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of fucked with Kris Moutinho. Like, in that Sean O'Malley fight, he went out on his fucking shield. Like, he was not stepping back. He's basically just like a human punching bag. And I have a little bit of respect for that. He's not a pussy, but that doesn't mean he's a good fighter, boys. I'm going to go Christian Quinones, but...
This guy is not that great himself, bro.
Yeah, and he's definitely not great enough to lay minus 600 or whatever the hell he's at now.
We laid him against somebody and it went...
Brownie Barcelos? No, it had to have been. That was... Yeah, his last fight was 2 years ago. He got submitted by... Brownie Barcelos.
Was that on the Mexico card in February?
I'm pretty sure, dude. I mean, hold on, let me check. But the fight before that, he got submitted by Kwang Ho Kong.
Maybe it was that one, bro.
Let me see.
I think it was like the Brandon
Moreno versus
Brandon Moreno versus Brandon Royval card.
It was that. It was that card with Brownie Barcelos. But the fight before that was the Vittori versus Cannonier card. But dude, you can't.
How do we just take this guy, dude?
Dude, minus 600. Oh, we're taking the truck. Fuck it. Kris Moutinho, dude. I'm not betting on this.
Is that rogue, bro?
I'm not betting on this fucking fight, bro. If we pick him, they're gonna say we're taking the chalk. If we pick him and he loses to Moutinho, they're
experts.
Gonna get casuals.
Okay, Kris Moutinho it is. I guess let's take him. Fuck it.
All right, moving on. Jose Medina versus Ryan Gondra.
Ryan minus 695. Gondra.
A lot of big favorites on this card.
But Jose Medina sucks worse than Kris Moutinho, in my opinion, bro. So I would be more willing to lay the chalk.
He's also a human punching bag. Yeah, give me this other guy, dude. Ryan Gondra. The problem. Give me the problem, dude. I'm not really on Medina.
Yeah, I mean...
He's in there, like, chirping and shit, but just getting his ass kicked.
When he was in there with Garnett, he was laughing, and he stuck his tongue out and was wagging it, and then got hit with a flying knee. Like, dude, I cannot bet on someone who's doing that, bro.
He's not touching my bets at all.
Give me the other guy, yeah.
The problem. Moving on to the main card, we've got Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacheco. Another big favorite.
Minus like 6 something.
He knocked out Kwang Lee in his debut. I kind of fucked with Kwang Lee. But, oh yeah, fuck this Pacheco guy. He lost to Koalin Logren.
Oh, I think we bet on that guy.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Logren, I fucking hate that guy.
That is my least favorite guy in the entire UFC, to be honest, bro.
Give me the Santiago Luna, another juice favorite, but fuck.
Yeah, maybe he could be like an out in Korea. I don't know, like he got a good debut and now he's fighting 2% if people pick Pacheco. Dude, I think Isaiah Pacheco probably has a better shot in this fucking fight.
Bro, really? The fucking Chiefs running back?
The guy fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, give me the Mexican Santiago Luna in his home country on the main card, you know. He's going to get it done. All right, boys. We got Imanol Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas. Kevin Borjas, and which fight did he come out looking mean as fuck and he was low-key getting active? Was that his last fight or the fight before that?
Whichever one he won.
It was against Ronaldo Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And it was like that fight.
He dropped him like 3 or 4 times in that fight.
And didn't he come out with the red hair? Or
I think he's always had the red hair.
I feel like he switched up his hair. Either he got off the red hair, or
maybe
he got on the red hair.
Maybe he got off the red hair.
I think it's when he got off the red hair, he got active. But then in his next fight, he lost a decision to Suma Daraji.
Okay.
But this other dude, Imanol, he looked good in the Contender Series. But minus 420. But I can't pick Kevin Borjas.
Yeah, I was gonna say this guy's got potential, and it's in Mexico. I'll take the chalk with this guy. I understand he might be a little bit green, but the match is being made for a certain reason, and Kevin Borjas doesn't suck. It's more so just like it's more of like a winnable fight. Like it's not like, oh, let's put him against Kevin Borjas so he can get a highlight knockout. It's like, let's give him someone he has a chance of beating. So I'll take Imanol Rodriguez in this. I've been impressed with him so far.
Yeah, he did have a raw knockout, but
he looked decent on the Ultimate Fighter.
Moving on, we have Edgar Chairez versus Felipe Bunes. This is my most confident pick on the card. I like Edgar Chairez here. He's a raw fighter. I mean, in his fight with Josh Van, it wasn't an easy victory for Josh Van, who's the current champ. Those boys went to war, and I feel like Chairez just has the more experience, I guess, in the UFC, and he has better wins. He's fought the better fighters, and he's a tough motherfucker. So give me him over Felipe Bunes, who lost a decision to Rafael Estevam, and he got knocked out by Josh Van before that. His only decent win was that submission over that Jose Johnson guy.
Cinnabon.
That guy fucking sucks, bro.
Guy.
6'2"
at flyweight. Oh my god, dude.
Motherfucker's like a mosquito or some shit.
Yeah. God, I'm going to take Chairez too. The only thing that made me stop and think about this for a minute is the fact that these guys like Bunes are always live to get a submission randomly, but I don't really see Chairez as being a guy who's just going to like randomly get submitted. He had that war with Josh Van where they went back and forth, so I know he's definitely not getting knocked out. I just feel like as long as he minds his P's and Q's with the grappling and applies pressure, he could break Bunes just like has been done to him before in the past. So Chairez is at a decent price. I mean, I'm never going to say minus 330 is cheap, but it's definitely it's better than minus 900 like Francis Marshall. So maybe a Chairez and Imanol Rodriguez parlay, but yeah, I'm definitely going to take him in this fight.
Next up, we've got Bobby Green versus Daniel Zellhuber. Zellhuber is a huge favorite here, and you could probably say Bobby Green has gone rogue a lot, and he definitely has gone fucking rogue. But if you look at it, he's got knocked out by Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner came back into the UFC, he's looking fine. Knocked out by Ruffy, who's a really good striker, and what was that? Submitted by Paddy Pimblett. So all those guys are top 10 fighters in the lightweight division. Zellhuber, on the other hand, he's been an unranked guy.
He looked like shit against Michael Johnson, bro. He's just spamming a body kick the entire time.
And he had that war with Ribovic, and now we know Ribovic isn't as good as we thought he was after that fight. So give me Bobby Green at a massive plus money here. I feel like it's a good value play. I think the odds should be a lot closer than they actually are.
Yeah, I mean, guys, Michael Johnson is pretty chinny when you consider like the fact he's got knocked out cold, flatline in the last few years at least once or twice, and the fact that Daniel Zellhuber didn't even so much as rock Michael Johnson. Like, don't get me wrong, Bobby Green is definitely chinny at this point too, but he has to get hit in order to be rocked, and I just think that this Zellhuber dude was talking about, oh, I'm coming to knock him out in the first round, and then he didn't do shit, and he was like, I walk around like I'm the champion, and losing that fight, I feel like could have taken something away from his confidence. So if he gets off to a rough start and Bobby Green is like running that
active
shit and talking shit, I could definitely see Bobby Green outpointing him. So we'll have to see. You know, young prospects are always live to have a bounce back performance, and we'll just have to see what happens. But I'll take Bobby Green too, like at plus 400. Are you kidding me?
And not to mention, Zellhuber doesn't have a single knockout in the UFC. But when's the last time Bobby Green lost a decision?
Maybe Rafael Fiziev or some shit.
Yeah, in 2021 was the last time.
Okay, yeah. So we know that Zellhuber's got to probably finish him, and he doesn't really finish that many people. So let's go with Bobby Green. The problem is that fight with Ribovic and Zellhuber made us convinced that both of those guys were better than they really were, because Ribovic ended up screwing us after that, and Zellhuber ended up screwing me badly after that. So until I see this shit, you know, right, it's wrong.
You can't lay the juice.
I'm not laying the juice with either of those guys, specifically not Zellhuber.
Moving on to the co-main, Marlon Vera versus David Martinez.
Wait, whoa. Did Chihuihuis got canceled?
Yeah, I don't see that on here. Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
Or wait, is that next week?
That's not on this card. That might be next week.
The Chihuihuis isn't on UFC Mexico?
Can it make it, eh? But co-main is Chito Vera versus David Martinez. Chito Vera is on a
very bad streak, bro.
Yeah, and not looking good. I mean,
I'll take Martinez, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying
he beat the Rob Font test.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is the greatest fucking guy ever, but like, he's winning. And guys, let's just be honest. Chito Vera was on like a little bit of a run there where he like knocked out Dominic Cruz, and then he like had another couple good wins, but then it's like shitty decision against Sandhagen, ass kicked against Sean O'Malley, shitty decision against Figgy, shitty decision against who else?
Losing to Figgy is
ridiculous.
It's not good, dude. And then his last fight, he lost a split decision to Iman
Zahabi. When you start losing, one guy beat Rob Font, the other one lost to Zahabi.
Yeah, Rob Font is known as the test in that division. If you beat him, you're ready for the top 15.
And if you lose to Zahabi, you're ready. You're on the way out with Aldo, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, holy shit. Give me Martinez here. He's a pretty big favorite, but it's
Let's take him by
understandable.
decision. There's no way he wins by finish, bro.
Yeah, of course. The one time you run a prop is when Marlon Ferro's getting knocked out. He's known to have one of the best chins in the UFC. But yeah, main event: Brandon Moreno versus Loner Kavanagh. Brandon Moreno is towards the end of his career. He's had a lot of wars. He's had a lot of good fights. He's a former champion. Loner Kavanagh's on the come up. He's a good prospect. Coming off a knockout loss to Charles Johnson where he looked good in the first round, but he ended up getting caught.
He got pressured, bro.
Yeah, he got pressured and got knocked out. But I'm going to have to go Brandon Moreno here. I think the experience in the UFC, this is a 5-round fight. Altitude, Mexico City. He just used to fighting 5-round fights. He has good cardio. He can put the pressure on, and I feel like he's gonna try his best to win this fight. He got embarrassed in his last fight by Tatsuro Taira, and I think this is his get back in his home country. His fans, I think he's gonna come back with a vengeance in this one.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about fading the narrative here. Like, yes, Brandon Moreno is at home. He is more experienced, that type of stuff. There is something to be said about just taking the dog in spite of that. But it's also just like Loner Kavanagh. Like, I just don't really know with this guy yet because he had a bloody back and forth with Felipe dos Santos, and it's just like I can't see him getting in a scrap with Brandon Moreno like that and surviving. Like, I'm not trying to glaze Brandon Moreno. He looked really good in like that saga with Figueiredo and didn't really look super great against Pantoja or Royval. I mean, I know he knocked out Kai Kara France, but it's like, I don't know. It's pretty tough. I don't know. Let's just say Brandon Moreno. I mean, fuck's sake. Like, I know the odds are moving towards Kavanagh, but like it could kind of be a trap. I personally don't really understand why he would win this fight, especially because it's like sort of on short notice, like it's not a full camp. So yeah, give me Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, I feel like Moreno can be kind of a tricky guy to figure out on the feet, at least because the way his style is. But yeah, give me Moreno. I wouldn't be too surprised if Kavanagh somehow pulls it off, just based off of how Moreno looked in his last fight. But I think the experience level and the home advantage is going to get him the win here.
Yeah, boys, drop your picks in the comments. Since once again, like we said, we need a much better turnaround fucking week than last week. And next weekend, we've got Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, another number card. And that'll be our first card back drinking, which we cannot wait for. So, appreciate you boys watching. GCMA out.